Evening, everyone. My name is Mr. Kelly. I'm the head of English for S1 to S4 at Larbert High. What I'm going to talk to you about this evening is what the S1 experience looks like for our pupils at Larbert High. I'll talk to you about what you can do to support your child at home and get the most out of English this year. And then lastly, I'll talk about some of the wider opportunities that pupils can get involved in the English and media faculty. So firstly, it goes without saying that English is such a vital subject. And I spend the first few weeks of term going around all the S1 classes just to discuss how significant and how important English is as a subject. It's still very much the case that most colleges, most universities, most employers look for a minimum of a National 5 English qualification to get in. And the work for that starts on day one of S1. And throughout their time at Larbert High, we track their reading, writing, talking, and listening, so their core literacy skills, which are absolutely vital in not only accessing every other subject in the school, but also to set them up for lifelong learning in the world of work as well. So very, very important subject. In terms of what pupils can expect to study at Larbert High in S1 and S2, well, there's a real variety of things on offer. And the teachers have got quite a bit of flexibility to teach what they're passionate about as well. Certainly all pupils will receive basic literacy lessons at least once a week. So that is focusing on spelling and grammar, vocabulary. They also get a library period every 3 weeks in which they're focusing on core literacy skills as well, and lots of private reading time. On top of that, there is the study of at least one large text, but most teachers will study two large texts in the form of either a novel or a play. And on top of that, we are quite a media-heavy school, so some teachers might teach some films, things like that, which links nicely into filmmaking. And then obviously creative personal writing and essay writing skills as well. So a real variety. And as I put at the bottom there, it's really to try and foster a passion for the subject. We really like to try and give them a taste, a flavour of lots of different aspects of English in the BGE. In terms of the minimum course requirements, so this year, it is 2 extended writing pieces, so 1 creative piece, 1 factual piece. There is 1 critical essay, which is like an extended analysis of a text, and that tends to be quite a new skill that we have to teach pupils. There is a reading assessment, so reading for understanding, analysis, and evaluation, and that is something that is very important come S4, is that pupils really need to know these skills or learn these skills to be successful in National 5, and that is one of those units really does link into their National 5 and higher assessments. There is a literacy assessment, which is the kind of culmination of all those literacy lessons that pupils do throughout the year. And then there's a variety of homework booklets that pupils might study, but there is a minimum of 2 they must complete. And then there is a talk, either a group or solo talk requirement as well. So again, touching upon all those core literacy skills. In terms of the progression pathway, it's actually very straightforward for English. So in S1, we would expect pupils to be working at 3rd level, and that is just based off the CFE levels. In S2, they would then hopefully move on to start achieving lower level 4 E's and O's. And then in S3, it's upper 4th level E's and O's, and they actually do a National 4 literacy unit in the S3 as well. And then in S4, most pupils are ready to sit National 5 English, so we really try and maximise the amount of pupils that go on to sit in that 5 to really help them, give them the opportunity to sit higher in S5. If they're not quite ready, they'll sit in that 4 and S4 and then go on to sit in that 5 English in S5. And then if they're really keen on English, we try and get them to sit advanced higher in S6 to set them really up for further education after that and studying English at university. In terms of the whales that we offer, so we offer 3 kind of key whales at the moment in S2. One of those is creative writing. So if your child is really passionate about writing, we would definitely like them to take creative writing whale next year. It gives them the opportunity to enter competitions. They write with a variety of stimulus. It's really, really good, and it also partners nicely, or there's a nice partnership going with the library in which we display their work and whatnot. We've got the literacy through film whale. So there is a lot of film watching in this whale, but we also learn how to analyse film. And there is a Nat3, Nat4 media award that they can earn as well in S2 and S3. And then lastly, we have got the psychology whale, and this also runs in S2 and S3, and they work towards a National 4 Mental Health Award in S2, and then S3 it is National 5 units that they do. So 3 very popular whales, certainly for pupils to choose. Now, in terms of supporting your child at home, it seems really straightforward, but one of the biggest ways is really to create a healthy reading environment. We've just been awarded a silver award for being a reading school this year, which we're really proud about. And a lot of that has come down to us trying to get pupils to engage more with reading for pleasure. We find that this is really, really benefiting pupils, especially when they get up to S4, S5, when they have to sit their exams. If they do engage with a lot more reading at home, then they are naturally more confident with language and vocabulary. So we'll probably run a few additional sessions about this later in the year, but trying to create a healthy reading environment in your house. So is there reading materials available in the house? Is there a tech-free zone or some kind of reading nook or something in the house? Are there reading role models in the house? And just that kind of overall message that we are a reading household is so, so important, because in the days of smartphones and technology, it is getting slightly more challenging to get pupils to pick up a book and read for pleasure, but that is definitely something that we are aiming to do at Larbert High. Now, just to talk to you about a couple of additional clubs and opportunities that pupils can get involved in. Our newest one is Lunchbox Literature, so that gets a little page of its own. This is a very popular club, started with Miss Thompson on Thursday lunchtimes, and pupils are working towards becoming literacy champions. We are welcoming pupils of all sorts, so pupils that are passionate about literature, pupils that maybe just need a little bit of a hand or a bit of support with their literacy skills as well. And they're going to be, reading books, they're going to be doing literacy quizzes, and it's all just and it's also very social, as well, and a place where they can meet new friends and read while they're doing it. So really, really popular club. On top of that, we've got lots of other clubs here. So we've got, I've already spoken a little bit about the two Wales, so creative writing competitions Wales. We've got a reading cafe starting up as well. That'll be more of a targeted club, but certainly we'll have, lots of food. Pupils can bring along their books. There are two really good opportunities to either join the library committee and help Mr. Smith run the library, putting out books and things like that, or to become a reading ambassador, which is a pupil who are, I've actually got a team of very passionate reading ambassadors at the moment, but they go around all the other faculty areas in the school and promote reading for pleasure. And it's been really, really successful. That's run for the last couple of years. We've also got a film club that runs every Tuesday lunchtime. Mr. McFarlane runs that. We've got comic book club, manga club in the library. I can't remember what day that is, but that runs weekly as well. We've got Harry Potter club. So there's so many things that pupils can get involved in, and they are all very well attended as well. So that's basically a whistle-stop tour through English faculty for this year. If you do have any questions that weren't covered in this little presentation, please do not hesitate to get in touch. My email address is there, and our English Twitter handle is there if you want to give us a follow, and also my teacher Twitter is there as well if you want to give me a follow as well. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.